Hey there, guys. Haven't been there in a while. Oh, today I got into some new shit. Of course, they keep on raising the dollar of cigarettes, so Timmy turned on to pipe smoking. And the transition is. It's not an easy one. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It really is. Oh. Oh. Pipe smoking. Who knew it was such a fucking pain in the ass, man? Holy crap. First of all, let's see here. Oh, best crack open that window and stuff. I'm not sure how pipe smoking is inside the house, but can't be as atrocious as it is smoking cigarettes inside a house. That's just goddamn fucking disgusting, man. Excuse my French, but it really is. You know, those years of chain smoking and having yellow drip down your walls only because I knew my grandparents, they chain smoked cigarettes, reading whole ass books the whole time. Sorry about the glare in my glasses. But yeah, the walls are just dripping down the walls of yellow and stuff. But anyways, my journey into pipe smoking. I think I quit for about, quit cigarettes for about I think about 2 paychecks now. That's about a month. Yeah, it's been quite the journey. I mean, trying to save money on cigarettes, transitioning into pipe smoke and stuff. Still get waste about the same amount of money, because get all the fancy materials for your pipe and stuff. Still gonna be equal about a month's worth of cigarettes when you transition over. Get the pipe, the accessories, all that bullshit and stuff. But in the long run, 20 sack of tobacco actually lasts for about a month or so. I've noticed. I'm on my second sack. Oh, excuse me. This is my little doggy. Little Bubba. She's a cute, desperate little thing. Always wanting attention. But transitioning from a cigarette smoker to a pipe smoker. Well, I got my good old, sling bag here on the go, walking around and shit and stuff. This thing's actually quite versatile. Sorry, kind of an amateur YouTuber here. If you've seen how many views I get and stuff, but yeah, I found this nice little, I think it's Ozark, a little Ozark bag and stuff. It's meant for drinky cups, but, uh, got my charred tobacco, which lasts for a long time. Refill it as much as needed. And you got the classic pipe toy that any pipe smoker should have. Scraper, poker, tobacco smasher. And of course, fancy as hell. Pipe is just poking out of the bag. Let's see. Speaking of jar of tobacco, got a bag of the fancy shit. This is like $20. Kind of defeats the purpose of cutting down the cost of smoking if you could be smoking this fancy shit all the time, which this actually ain't too bad. Amsterdam Shag. It's my first video on the shit and stuff. But, you know, in this, I steal medical tape from work and stuff. And then Altoids can. Keeps all your other accessories that you need with a pipe. Apparently. I mean, filters, screens, filters. The filters actually smoke really fast. They ain't too bad. They're like $10 for a pack of 10 of these little things. And, I think you're supposed to load the blue tip in first into your pipe. That's the proper flow of things. And then these like little pipey cleaner deals. Kind of a bad pipe smoker. Like, so far my pipe clears so far, but I'm not that old of a pipe smoker yet, so I have yet to need to replace a pipe. But anyways, got the bag of the fancy shit. Oh, and the to-go bag is very nice. Cause what I do is while I smoke while I walk. I do smoke a pipe while walking. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? It's supposed to be a luxurious sit-down type of activity. You know, wisdom activity, you know, just have plenty of time on your hands in contemplation and thinking about the world and the nice things in it and stuff while you're just puffing away on this motherfucker. It's got tape on there because the plastic piece, I think it's replaceable. I could buy new ones, but they get kind of loose after a while. You know, it's just a simple $20 pipe. Of course, I got one of those long Gandalf ones. Guess how many days it took me for to break it. It's connected by plastic parts. It took me 2 days. Fucking snap the fucking thing. Because I have sensory deprivation in my fingers. Or pressure deprivation. I break shit with my fingers. And my fingers carry probably 80% of all the scars on my body. But nice thing about this sack here is while on the walk, I just kick out the jar here, crack it open wherever I find, you know, a nice pedestal out in the world, because I'm a walker. I don't drive or do any of that shit. I'm a walker by heart. I'm 33 years old with no driver's license. So you gotta figure out how to do shit on the go. And you know what's fucking annoying about pipe smoking? Inclement weather. Finding dry spot nice enough to fire up your tobacco. But I just placed my jar, lid is upside down, and poker tool ready at the go. Spread eagle that shit. This is stuff that I figured out how to do on the go within a month's time. Oh. Oh shit, I don't even know if the video's even like... this stuff even top right, like... Oh yeah, anyways, do all that stuff. Today I'm gonna smoke the fancy stuff. Smoke's a little bit nicer. And on top of that, I quit caffeine quite a few months ago, so my years of being dry, my saliva glands have seemed to be overreacting, so I spit like a motherfucker all the time. Who knew that pipe smoking was such an annoying fucking art? Oh. And depending on what type of lighter you have and stuff, butane is a pain in the ass to try to fucking refill it the first time too. But these lighters are really nice. They look like, you know, little ear pod things. Snap like it. And they just pop open. Very quick and easy to use. But refilling them is a pain in the ass. Anyways, we're gonna try some Amsterdam Shag. Actually tastes pretty good. I gotta say, you know, it's different transitioning from cigarettes to pipe. Because you don't have the luxury of just popping a cigarette everywhere you go and just chain smoking the fucking shit. Pipe smoking, even on a walk and rushing the shit and stuff, or just, you know, just loading a pipe on the go, that takes a trick to learn on the go. Because most videos I've seen, pipe smokers are chilling in their house. They got fucking bookcases of books and fucking wisdom bullshit and stuff, you know. But you know what? Maybe I'll make a better video about pipe smoking here in the future. But this is my first video. But I don't know. You're supposed to take your tobacco, little light pinches at a time. Poke it down in there, lightly into the pipe. Tack the edge of your pipe to pack it down. Make a nice fluff. Because it's actually supposed to be spongy when you press onto it. But light enough, you can pull air through it. Doesn't feel that way when you have a filter in there, but my experience with filters so far is the barrel filters are actually kind of nice. Because I smoked the pipe dry for the first few times, and oh, that shit burns the fuck out of your mouth. But these little barrel filter things, little blue tip and stuff, I think the blue tip goes towards your mouth when you load it. And they don't last very long. They actually disintegrate inside your pipe with all this tobacco sludge and stuff. You really want to get an idea on when you should stop smoking cigarettes and stuff. Imagine all that tar that you're like cleaning out of your pipe. That shit goes right into your lungs. And that's with cigarettes. You're chain smoking a whole pack of cigarettes, at least a pack and a half a day, if you're an actual smoker. That shit's not healthy. But I noticed with pipe tobacco, the time it takes to enjoy an actual bowl, you're not actually smoking all that much tobacco. Plus, you don't get all the fucking chemicals that comes with cigarettes in this shit, you know, your leaf. Should be, you know, just straight leaf tobacco and stuff. Cigarettes are actually loaded with accelerants, and they have shit added on there on top of the nicotine and tobacco, so maybe you're not actually addicted to the tobacco itself. You're addicted to the chemicals that comes with cigarettes. I mean, if you're trying to slow down and stuff, like tobacco, still get your nicotine fix, and yeah, still does the job. I don't know why I haven't thought of this for fucking years. Because I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna quit cigarettes? And I'm like, wait a minute. I suck at rolling like a motherfucker. But a pipe? Just stick that in your pipe and smoke it? Oh man, that is... So far, it's actually been enjoyable enough to enjoy. But I like taking pinches of tobacco. You just kind of lightly tuff it in there with your fingers. Sometimes when I'm on the go and stuff, I do some double finger action. Just lightly pack that stuff in there. Make sure it's still spongy. Ooh, and I'm a connoisseur of the drink. Almost done with this one, but switch over to that one. But after a month of pipe smoking, kind of noticed I don't get that, fucking phlegm shit in your back of your throat. You're not spitting phlegm all the time. Actually, I haven't really done that too much on a pipe. Tobacco's bad for you. Nicotine's bad for you. But pipe smoking, on the tobacco side, it's definitely, I consider it a little bit more healthy. Because the amount of tobacco you can smoke with a pipe is less than you can do with cigarettes. I mean, try chain smoking a fucking pipe, man. It doesn't work. No, it takes time and love. You gotta love your pipe. Even give it a name, like this one shall be Roshanda. Smoke like Roshanda, yeah. But yeah, that's, oh man. And the thing about fancier tobaccos is the leaf is like much more stronger. The smell is much more pleasant. You still smell like smoke, but it doesn't linger for hours like cigarettes does. Pipe smoke actually, you just walk around, air out and stuff. It's gone within like not even 30 minutes. My coworkers don't complain about me smelling like cigarettes anymore. But it definitely takes longer to smoke, because depending on how you pack your bowl, a well-packed bowl can actually take 30-45 minutes to sit down and smoke and enjoy it. They're like secondhand to cigars. It's actually quite nice. I actually have much more of a respect for tobacco now. I don't know how pipe smoke does inside a house, but cracked open window, here we go. Can't be that bad. Not as bad as cigarettes, Cigarette smokers are fucking disgusting, man. Inside smokers, they eventually get really fucking disgusting. I mean, there's like ashtrays. And it upgrades from an ashtray to a dinner plate full of just cigarette butts. And then next thing you know, the coffee table is just a giant fucking ashtray, man. Like, if you're a desperate fucking cigarette smoker, nasty motherfucker, when you run out of cigarettes, you go and raid ashtrays and re-smoke ash that's been in someone else's mouth or butt. Like, you don't know that. What if that cigarette smoker and stuff is like, it's got AIDS or something? Like, you're smoking someone's AIDS cigarette or something. Like, I don't know if it like fucking transitions like that, but shit, man. There's some diseases that's spreadable by the mouth. Like, you're desperate enough to go smoke 100 people's fucking cigarette butts just to make one rolly cigarette for like what? Like not even 60 seconds for a hit. I mean, it's not an actual cigarette. It's cigarette ash from multiple ashtrays. That's kind of gross. Anyways, I love to ramble. I'm a rambler. But, because of this, my new nickname at work is, I'm not Gandalf the Grey. Hell no. I'm Radagast the Brown. Just like, lift up, have some bird shit in my hair and stuff. Be like, there you go, little birdies. Safe, warm as shit inside there. Gotta fix the bird nets. Oh, but watching all these professional, smoke videos and stuff, like, definitely took some time to get a hang of this shit and stuff. Like, with a pipe, you always light it twice. First one is just to score the top. Oh, and different tobaccos are different. With a pipe, it's not actually designed to be inhaling it every single time. It's a puffer. You puff with your mouth. Now, the first top layer is burned. You take your little squashy deal and you pack it down. It's a packer. Pack it down, and a good packed bowl should be about a 1/4 inch from the flush area on the top. Usually, when I'm on the road, after I get done packing that and stuff, I just take my tool. I got a little carabiner attached to it, so it snaps right onto my bag. And then I take my mason jar of tobacco and I just slap it right in there. It hangs around my neck and it just slaps right in there. And then I go on the road. Now we light the motherfucker. Kind of a power puffer, you know. I'll probably crack this window open a little bit more. Yeah. Sorry, my dumbass decided to buy a fucking 100-year-old house. All the windows are just fucking stuck and shit because some asshole painted them. Now, you're not supposed to inhale this stuff. Sorry, my saliva glands are in overdrive since I quit caffeine, but not supposed to inhale this stuff. It's a puff and like puffer, like you puff the pipe. It's supposed to feel the tobacco in your mouth, the taste of it and stuff, and just puff the fuck out of that thing. Gonna give that the name of chain stoking. Because it is like a little fire inside there. You gotta keep the fire full of oxygen, you know. Kind of have to puff it a little bit. And that puffing, this is definitely a sit-down kind of a leisure activity. Because you're supposed to sit there, you know, read a book. I got some good old Norse mythology right here, right from the Poems of Edda. That's a good read. Also got a Bible in hand for knowledge. I mean, with each passage I get closer to God, you know. Oh, kind of in my little nook type thing here. That's my gross living room at the moment. Kind of in the process of trying to fix up the house. But, you know, It's my little library of beer, little nook area. Got my books, my statues to hold up the books. Got a few books there. All that shit is gold. Poor Man's James Bond, Anarchist Cookbook, and Radiation Survival. All your prep shit and stuff. For knowledge, of course. Not one of those asshole, Trumpers. Have a bunch of Call of Duty guns and stuff. Those things are impractical, anyways. You want old guns. Bolt actions and ammo that is freely accessible and stuff. That's how to be prepped. And I'm an idiot, and I let this thing burn out and stuff. Get this thing to actually stay lit for a little bit, but. My problem is my mouth, since I quit caffeine, it over salivates like a motherfucker, so I usually got some spit inside that pipe, like, Brand new to transitioning over, so I'm probably power smoking the fuck out of the pipe. Ah. But yeah, it's all about loading the bowl. If you load it correctly, it's supposed to last up to like 45 minutes. That's a long time to sit down and smoke. Kind of like cigars. Sometimes I test and see if it's still lit. I blow into the bowl. That means their cherry's still lit. But it puffs smoke for like quite a long time. Definitely something to sit down, enjoy, read a book, enjoy a beer. Well, if you're disgusting like I am, I enjoy a good old Foster's. That and some lime beer salt. Take a dab of that on your tongue and wash it down with your beer. It's pretty good. Well, if this video is good and stuff, well, welcome for spending time with me, you guys. Kind of a 30-minute video of rambling, but, some people like watching that type of stuff. Maybe next video, I'll show you how I clean my pipe and, reload a filter or something. Alright, guys, chive on. Have a great time out there.